We ain't accepting less. No more lukewarm. You hear me, my friend? We're not being lukewarm with anything no more. We going all in. We ain't hokey poking it, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We not just, going through the motions no more. We're not doing it. We're not just waking up, just going through the day no more. No, we're not doing that no more. We're not being lukewarm with our life no more. And we starting right here. I'm probably going to talk about 20 minutes just on this one. When I talk about no more else, but we're not being lukewarm no more. You hear me, my friend? We've been lukewarm for far too long. We've been lukewarm with our life for far too long. No more of that. We about to turn up the energy on our life. We about to show people how to treat us by how we treat ourselves. It starts with you. No more going through Mondays, just, it's Monday, it's the same day, the same job, the same routine. I'm just trying to make it through the day. Hell no. You're not just going to try to make it through the day no more. I understand if you're going through something, I get that. And that's the success, you just making it through the day because of what you're going through. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the person that's just been making it through the day for the last 10 years. When you know you got more inside of you. No more lukewarm with your life. We're not just making it through the day. We're going to conquer our day. We're going to take ownership of our day. We're going to take ownership of our life. And we're going to get the most out of our life. What's that thing inside of you that you have silenced, that greatness inside of you that you have silenced for whatever reason? I don't know what it is. I don't know what you've been around. I don't know what has persuaded you. But we're not going to live this life no more, of this lukewarm life. When you know that you made for more. When you know that there's a you inside of you that's dying to come out, and that's the greatest you. We're not doing lukewarm. We're not living lukewarm. We're not accepting lukewarm. And let's be real. Some of us, we're allowing lukewarm things in our life to dim our fire. We've allowed lukewarm people to kill our energy. We've allowed lukewarm friends to kill our belief inside of ourselves. We're not being around lukewarm stuff no more. So I want you to look at your circle. And I know I talk about this a lot, but your environment is everything. Right? Some of us, it might be you, my friend. You've been around lukewarm friends for the last 10 years and decades, and you wonder why you don't feel alive. You wonder why your energy is drained. You've been in lukewarm environments. And you wonder why that fire inside of you has been contained. Right? We're not doing lukewarm. Either you all in or you all out. Either you're going to be all in on my life with me, either you riding with me, and we're going to ride this thing till the wheels fall off, or you all out. We just talked about no more accepting less, and you've been accepting less. You've been allowing less. You've been giving permission to less. That stops right now. It's a non-negotiable for you. We're not doing lukewarm things. We're not around lukewarm people. We're not around lukewarm environments. And I'm going to be real with you. When you make this decision, listen up. Come here. I'm going to be real with you. When you make this decision, when you say, man, I'm not being around lukewarm people, lukewarm friends, man, I'm not being around these people that's just, okay with just living this average life, not going to get their best life. And when I'm trying to get my best life, they make me feel wrong for doing what's best for me. Let me tell you something. When you make a decision to stop being around lukewarm people, when you make a decision to stop being around half-assed people, when you make that decision, they're going to say that you're too much. They're going to say that you're too much, that you're doing too much. I want everybody in the chat right now to write, yep, I am too much. Everybody in the chat right now, write, yep, I am too much. We're going to stop thinking that too much is something wrong, right? We're going to stop thinking that, too much isn't a badge of honor. I'm going to tell you this right now, and I want you to hear me. You will always be too much for people who aren't doing enough. You can write, that's the quote of the day. You will always be too much to people and for people that ain't doing enough. So yeah, if you're really changing your life and you're really doing the right things, it's going to look like too much to people who are cool with living a settled life, who are cool with people, Hey, let me see something right quick. My kids. Hey, Andrea, nah, it's more to your life. I'm reading your comment. It's more to your life. You got more inside you. You're just around the wrong stuff and the wrong people. I guarantee you come around me, you're going to realize, and you keep tuning in this, you're going to realize that you made for more. And I appreciate you for being, okay, if lukewarm is an accomplishment for you, great, right? But I'm telling you that you can't be lukewarm in your life, right? Not 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Make a decision right now to say I'm going all in. Whatever that looks like. Okay, lukewarm is a mindset. I'm not telling you what you're getting, what you're receiving, and I'm talking about a mindset. I'm talking about you making a decision right now that you're going to go all in on what's best for your life. And I'm not saying everything changes. I know this is easier said than done. Y'all know this. But you got to make a decision right now and say, I'm going all in on my life, because if you don't go all in on yourself, how are you going to expect anything else to change around you? And I know it's hard. And I'm speaking to you from a place of me knowing, me going through this with you. I'm not at the mountaintop screaming at you to say, do this or do that. I'm climbing the mountain with you. I'm preaching to myself right now. But when we're around an environment that's lukewarm, AKA when we're around an environment that when we're not treated as a priority and we're treated as an option, we're tolerated instead of celebrated, it's hard to believe that you are made for more. It's hard to believe that. So this morning, I want you to start realizing that, yeah, you're going to be too much for a lot of people. You're going to be too much for the wrong people. You're going to be too much for people who are committed to settling for less. You're going to be too much for people who are committed to living the same lifestyle for the last 20 years that hasn't served their life. All right, you're going to be too much, and it's okay. Stop thinking that there's something wrong with you for doing what's best for you. Stop thinking that there's something wrong with you for doing what's best for you. Stop thinking that there's something wrong with you for doing what's best for you, right? We bringing the fire to our life. We bringing the fire to our life. We're not playing around no more. We've been taking L's for far too long, man. Purposeful L's. We've been losing for far too long. We've been lost for far too long. We are not going to do that anymore, okay? No more less. No more lukewarm. And no more lazy. Okay? This is the other no more. No more lazy. And I know some of us, this might be a hard pill to swallow. I'm sure people are going to drop off this live right now. And I understand it because everybody can't hear this. But you got to be real with yourself. No more lazy. We're not going to be lazy and passive with our life anymore. Okay? If you with me, I want you to write in the chat right now, intentional. Okay? If you're with me and you feel me, I want you to write in the chat right now, intentional. I had a conversation with myself this morning, and this is why I'm having this message. I say, Trent, there's some areas in your life where you've been a little bit lazy. There's some areas in your life where you can't afford to be lazy. There's some areas in your life where you've been half-assing it, Trent. It's me talking to me. So I know I'll be giving y'all this energy, but I'm giving y'all the same energy I give myself. And I say, you know what? I'm right. Yeah, you're right, Trent. I'm talking to myself. I say, yep, you're right. And I said, no more lazy. No more. I don't know what it is for you. If you want to be real in here and be honest with you. And so we all are family here. No judgment zone. No judgment zone in here. I want you to write in here what you've been lazy with. Okay? What you're no longer going to be lazy with. Maybe you've been lazy with your health. Maybe you've been lazy with your dreams. Maybe you've been lazy with your relationships. Maybe you've been passive. Okay? Listen, this is what I know is true, and I want to give this gift to you. A passive life gets you passed by. Okay? The reason why I had you write intentional, because we're going to be intentional with everything that we do. We're going to be intentional with everything that we do today. The conversations we have, the energy around, what we put in our body, etc. But too many people live a passive life. They allow things just to passively, they allow people to, it's just passive. And this is what I know is true. When you live a passive life, things that are meant for your life pass you by. You got to be intentional with getting your best life. Okay? If I'm being real, I had a burnout season. I guess that looks like lazy. Nah, understand this, y'all. Y'all got to stop. You got to know what's true for you. Like when I say these words, if you're going through situations where like you had a burnout season, that doesn't mean that you're lazy. It means you burnt out, right? You know what lazy is. Like lazy is basically just, I'm not going to keep the promises that I make to myself. That's lazy, right? We all have our lazy season, our lazy times. I'm not talking to you from a place of perfection here, but truth. Right? Don't take this as a thing. I'm going through things, so Trent says I'm lazy. Listen, get out your feelings. All right? And let's talk about the facts. If it hit you somewhere in your heart, right? Pay attention to that. If this truth slaps you in the face and you're like, God dang, I don't want to hear this. Pay attention to that. My life changed when I stopped being offended by the truth that I needed to hear. My life changed when I stopped being offended by the truth that I needed to hear. My life changed when I stopped being offended by the truth that I needed to hear. It reminds me of kids that I coach. The best athletes in the world are the ones that can take coaching, are the ones that can take constructive criticism, are the ones that say, Coach, man, point out my weakness, point out my flaws. Let me know so I can get better. The ones that don't get better are the ones that always are quick to feel criticized, are quick to have a comeback, are quick to feel a certain type of way and jump in their feelings. This is life. Be real with yourself. You know if you're being lazy in certain areas of your life. You know that. But you cannot continue to be lazy and live a lazy life and expect things to change in your life. And I know that seems so common sense, but sometimes common sense isn't common. Sometimes we think that, oh, I'm going to live lazy. I'm going to treat myself lazy. How I love myself is lazy. What I do for myself is lazy. And you're expecting somebody else to give you what you're not giving yourself. It starts with you. And I'm not talking about in every area of your life. But start right now. Say, you know what? What's the area of my life where I've been lazy at? Somebody said, I've been a lazy Christian. Somebody said, I've been lazy with my health. And it's okay. There's some things in my life I've been lazy with. But today's the day that we change it. Today's the day that we get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Today's the day that we stop doing the same things every single day and expecting change. When you going to be tired of being sick and tired? When you going to be tired of living this life that you don't deserve to live? When you going to get tired of accepting less? When you going to get tired of lukewarm things in your life? When you get tired of being lazy? When you going to get tired of it? But yet we want to sit here and complain on social media about how people don't treat us right, how this is going on in our life, and we're doing nothing to change it. And I know I'm going to lose some people here. People probably going to follow me with this. I'm okay with it. I'd rather tell you the truth that stings, that will help your life, than have you live a comfortable life and keep you in the same situation. Not on my watch and not on my time. Today, the time says, keep it real, Trent. I just saw it. It says, keep it real o'clock. It's keep it real o'clock right now. So this might be the time where you get off this live because I'm about to keep it real. No more accepting less, right? No more saying I'm tired, I'm sick and tired about this, I'm about that, and I'm staying in it. Like, I know y'all get this, and I know y'all understand it, but nothing is going to change, y'all. I've been saying this for the last 14 years, and I need y'all to get it. There's so many people in here that I know has made change, and I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But we cannot sit here and complain about these things. My inbox is full with complaints. It's full with complaints. You know what I'm going to start saying? What are you going to do about it? And I know this hurts your heart a little bit, but what are you going to do about it? I get it. You might be the victim in situations, but you don't have to stay the victim for the rest of your life. They win when you stay the victim. Let's talk about it. And I know this is not a message most people want to hear because most of us want to feel justified for staying where we're at. But I'm not going to keep you in a situation and have you tell your sad story for the rest of your life about how somebody did this to you, about this happened to you unfair. Life is unfair at times. I could easily say my mama died, this happened, and all these things, but I refuse to allow that to be the end of my story. Yeah, life is hard. But it's a lot harder when you stay in your pain and you become addicted to complaints. That's all I see on Facebook these days. Everybody complaining about something. Everybody want the world to feel sorry for them. Let me tell you something about the world. The world don't give a damn about you. I care so much about you, but the world in general don't give a damn about you. The bill's still going to keep coming, right? Hearts, the world still going to keep spinning. People going to keep living. Time going to keep ticking. The world don't give a damn about you. The world don't give a damn about how sad you are. The world don't give a damn about what you're going through. The world don't give a damn about that you're burnt out. I understand that's why you got to take ownership. That's why we on these lives in the morning to take ownership over our life because ain't nobody going to do it for you. Somebody got to tell you this. And y'all can share this right now and say, man, Trent we got to this part of live to talk about this. Nobody, all right, is going to do it for you. That's the facts. I'm on here speaking this and caring so much because I'm being this passionate because I want to ignite something in you, but I can't do it for you. But you got a choice to say, today's the day where I'm no longer going to be lazy. Today's the day I'm not going to be lukewarm. Today's the day I'm not going to accept less in my life no more. Today's the day I'm going to get the most out of my life. It starts right now. Today's the day. Or guess what? We complain for the next year. Our next what? We get excited about 2024, January 1st, and we make all these New Year's resolutions and we stay doing the same things that we did for the last 10 years. But for some of you in here, it's going to be today's the day that I stop feeling sorry for myself, that I stop being addicted to my sad story about what happened when I was growing up as a child. And I'm not dismissing that. I know that sucked. I know that was unfavorable. I know that made it so hard for you to live your life. But don't forget that you're an overcomer. Some of you forgot. You done forgot that you're an overcomer. Everything that you've been through, you overcame, you forgot. You forgot you got that greatness DNA in your spirit, in your blood. You forgot that your spirit is built off of overcoming. You forgot. And I'm here to remind you this morning. We're not going to feel sorry for ourselves no more. Because the world ain't going to feel sorry for us. As I said, I remember when my mother died, I was like, man, I really wish that the light bill would stop coming to my house. I really wish that my house note would stop coming. I really wish that all these things would stop, but nothing stopped. Nothing stopped. So I had to make a decision in my heart and say, you know what? This is going to be tough to move forward, but I'm going to move forward with this and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to find a way to turn my grief into greatness. I'm going to find a way to turn my mourning into celebrating at some point, because I knew if I stood still, because I was there so many times in my life where I stood still and expected things to just happen, change, and people just to, feel sorry for me. I knew if I stood still, so would everything else. And I know sometimes the journey is harder than other times in your life. And you might be going through a damn hard time and a damn hard storm in your life right now. But it's time for you to remember who you are. It's time for you to stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's time for you to pick up the pieces and allow God to turn those broken pieces into a masterpiece. And it's time to go get your best life. It's available to you. And it's not me just talking to you through a screen. Go look at my story. This ain't no motivational speech. I ain't one of these speakers that just be talking stuff to motivate you. I'm a real one. I didn't go through real things. Y'all seen it. I don't hide nothing from y'all. So when I'm talking to you, I'm not talking to you from a place of, oh, I'm at the mountaintop and yes, just do these things. And no, I know how tough life is, but I know how tough you are. I know how real life is, but I know how real you are. But you might have forgot. And I'm here to remind you. I refuse to allow you to just stay in these comments and complain about, oh, Trent, this and that or this and that. I know that's true, and I feel sorry for you, and I hurt for you, and I empathize with you. But you forgot. You forgot that today's a new day. See that sunrise? Today's a new beginning. And you can make a choice right now to control the things that are in your control. You know what's crazy? Is that a lot of times when I see things, and I'm guilty of this too, but 95% of our complaints in the chat are things that we can't control. Are things that we can't control. I would even say 99%. I've been doing this for 14 years. I didn't see every story, heard every story. 99% are things that we can't control. 99%. Oh, is this how this person treated me? Oh, I'm going through this, or how the job, and all these, they're outside circumstances. And I know outside circumstances suck at times, and it controls our internal peace. I get it. That's why I tell you to protect your peace every single day. Because the truth is, we're so focused on what we can't control that we don't take ownership on what we can control. So what am I doing right now? This is what I can control. Right? Y'all don't know how bad my morning was or how great my morning was. You're just getting this energy, which my morning wasn't bad, but this is something I can control. I'm putting energy in my body. I can't control when I step out of here. I can't control who calls my phone. I can't control what somebody says in my comments on social media. I can't control when I get in my car down the street and maybe I cut somebody off and they give me the birds, right? I can't control that, but I can control what I can control. And the problem is a lot of us, we don't take ownership in what we can control. You don't have to accept it. Can't nobody control your life without your permission. You can control that. It might be a hard decision, but you can make some choices in your life. You're in control of your choices. That's facts. You're in control of your decisions. That's facts. But we spend so much time on things that we have no control over. Oh, Trent, man, I want this person to treat me better. I want them to treat you better too, but at the end of the day, you can't control them treating you better or not. That's a them thing. Oh, Trent, man, I want people to support me. I know you want people to support you, but you can't control if people support you or not. That's a that thing. That's a this thing. Right? That's a them thing. We talking about the you thing this morning. We talking about the you thing this morning. Right? The things that are in your control. You got a chance today to show yourself that you're worth it. Right? We trying to have everybody else show us that we worth it. We want, you know, everybody else is, oh, please let me, you're begging for everybody else to approve of your worth. Right? I've been guilty of that, right? We want everybody else to make us feel like we worth it. Nah, you prove that you're worth it today by how you treat yourself. And if the only thing you can do is control what you put in your body, start there. You control what you put in your body. I'm drinking AG1. This is what I'm drinking. Simple thing for me. You can research it. Go get you some. Right? I don't want to go. This is not a sales pitch, but this is what I'm drinking. Somebody asked. I just want to see this as I get off this live, man. I want to be inspired. Hopefully this morning, I don't know, man. I'm going to just be real with y'all. This is just how I'm feeling. I feel like this morning, I don't know if I really reached y'all this morning. And maybe I'm in my head. But I feel like this morning, I'm not going to say it was wasted at all because I know me coming on here is never wasted. But I just feel like, I don't know. I don't have the feeling this morning that I had last week. Maybe because this message was a little bit harder, a little bit tougher, a little bit harder to digest. But maybe you can let me know. Maybe I'm just in my head. But if you receive this message, just type received. I just want to see it. Like, if you really receive this and like go do something with it, just type received. Actually, you know what? Let's just type LBB, live it, breathe it, be it. Just type LBB. If you really receive this message and you like, man, Trent, I needed this. I'm going to do something with this. LBB. You know, because it's never wasted when I come on here. But I just feel like today was a tough one. I feel like today was a tough one because I feel like some of y'all got in y'all's feelings a little bit. And I get it. You know what I mean? We all get in our feelings at times. But I always want y'all to know, man, like I'm coming at you like this because I freaking care about you. I really do. And I know what it takes to make change in your life. Like, it breaks my heart. Like, y'all don't even realize this. Like, I cry, man. It breaks my heart when y'all got to understand, I get messages every day, thousands, every single day. And it breaks my heart when I see people not realizing the gift that they have, not realizing the power that they have. And 99% of my inboxes are people complaining about things they can't control. And so when I come on here, I'm a little bit fired up this morning. I was reading some inbox before I came up here, and 99% of the inboxes was complaints about things they can't control. And so it fired me up this morning. It really, really did. Because just do this for me this week. Okay? Well, forget this week. Just today. Just do this for me. This is a question that I ask myself all the time that helps me protect my peace. And I want to give it to you. Simple question. No, like, it's like nothing like super incredible. But I ask myself this, and it feels so good out here in Texas, by the way, man. It's not like my phone, I'm like doing this, make sure my phone doesn't overheat. But like literally, it's probably like 70-something degrees, man. It hasn't been like this in a while. But literally, I asked myself this question. Let me let this truck pass by. Shelly said, I received and digested everything. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you, Amy. But just ask yourself this question. When something comes in your life that disturbs you, right? Bothers you or, you know, shakes you up a little bit. Get out your Virgo head. It is Virgo season. When something comes in your life, just ask yourself this question. Can I control it? It's a question that I ask myself so many times. It's a question, if you're in New York City with us on September 9th, I'm going to present this question to you at the event, at the experience. But it's a question I ask myself, like, can I control it? And that shifts me into my peace every single time. Because 9 times out of 10, I can't. 9 times out of 10, I'm worrying about somebody. I'm worrying about this. I'm worrying about that. And I know worry is a disease to your soul. And a lot of us, we carry so much worry in our mind, right? So much doubt in our mind, so much fear. And so I just want you to try that today. Just ask yourself, can I control this? And if your answer is yes, then you say, how can I shift this into my power? How can I make this a thing that works for me? Okay, this is a simple process that helps me so much that I want to give to you. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing like, oh my gosh. It's a simple process. So if you can control it, just ask yourself, okay, how can I make this work for me? So, for example, if I'm, you know, I don't know, if I'm working out and I get hurt, right? I'm just making up something. I'm gonna ask myself, can I control this? And at the moment, maybe I can't control my injury, but I can control my mindset around it. I'm gonna ask myself, okay, how can I use this to make me better? Right? Just a simple question. And then if you can't control it, pray about it and let it go. So people you can't control, a lot of things in this world you can't control, what people try to give you, you can't control, right, etc. And just ask yourself, can I control this? Right? Maybe you can influence it, right? Maybe you can, you know, somebody's talking crazy to you. Maybe you can influence the conversation. But even in that, what can you control in that, right? You can control how you respond. You can control what you give. You can control how you show up, right? Like, so as we leave here this morning, one thing you are in control of for sure is how you show up. I woke up this morning tired. I didn't even want to come on live. Can I be real with y'all? I didn't. I woke up tired. My daughter was tossing and turning all night. She was dealing with some allergies. I woke up tired. And I really didn't want to go live. And I'm going to just keep it 1,000 with y'all. Can I keep it real with y'all? Just say, keep it real, Trent. I just want to keep it real with y'all. I didn't want to go live today. I woke up, I was like, I can go live tomorrow. But in that moment, I asked myself, what can I control right now to shift my energy? I said, let's just try to shift the energy. If you still feel tired, whatever, right, I won't go live. But what did I do? I woke up. I immediately jumped in my cold plunge. Right, some of y'all have a cold plunge. Maybe it's a cold shower for you. Do your research on that. I jumped in my cold plunge. I said, okay, how can I set myself up to shift my perspective? Jumped in my cold plunge. Got out my cold plunge. I felt a little bit better. Jumped in my shower. Did a warm shower after my cold plunge. After that, my energy had totally shifted. Went in my kitchen. Made this. Started drinking this. Came outside. Got some sunlight. By the time I sat down, this was in a span of 15 minutes. By the time I sat down, my whole energy shifted. It's because I didn't just accept my feelings. I didn't just stay there like most people do. And I gave myself a chance to be able to shift my energy. And so when I sat down here, I wanted to go live by the time I sat down here in a matter of 15 minutes. See, for a lot of us, and this might be going to a whole nother conversation, I don't want to go too much into this, but a lot of us, we're allowing our feelings to control our life. We're operating off our feelings, and feelings are real, but feelings aren't always right? We're operating off of our feelings. Oh, I don't feel like it, or I feel like this, or I feel like I'm not enough. I feel like. Just because you feel like it doesn't mean you are it, right? Just because your feelings shouldn't be your identity. Just because you feel like it doesn't mean that you're doesn't mean you are what you feel. Just because you feel like it doesn't mean you are what you feel. Yeah, sometimes, if I feel sleepy, I might be sleepy, all right? But it's not always a 100% thing. And a lot of us, just because we feel a certain type of way, we start believing it. Or I feel like I'm not enough, so I'm not enough. Or I feel like I'm not worthy, so I'm not worthy. Or I feel like I'm not lovable, so I'm not a person that deserves to be loved. Or I feel like I don't want to go live today, so I'm not going to go live. I feel like I don't want to show up today, so I'm not going to show up today. And that's the thing that controls so many people's lives, that they control by their feelings so much. They control by their emotions so much. And then this is getting a little deep, and I know a lot of people might leave now, but by the way, I gotta upload my podcast today. Go listen to it. New podcast will be uploaded in like 30 minutes. Go listen to it. on straight up. You go to TrentShelton.com. But a lot of us, man, we have no emotional resilience, right? We allow our emotions to control our freaking life. And we're human beings, so our emotions are a part of our life. I have no formula to make you not feel certain things because you should feel everything in life. It's a part of life. But a lot of times we allow our emotions to dictate how we operate, to dictate how we show up, to dictate if we keep the promises to ourselves, to dictate how we show up for other people. We're controlled by our emotions, and we live an up and down, inconsistent life. I just told you this morning, my emotions were saying, don't go live. My emotions were saying, I'm tired. My emotions said, man, like, I'm going to be lazy today. But you know what I said? No more lazy. Just like I told you today. That's why I come here and talk that real, because I told myself, Trent, no more lazy today. Get up, do your routine, trust your rituals in the morning, get in your cold plunge. And then after that, if you still feel you're tired, okay, take a break. But you know what? My energy shifted. I didn't accept it. And some of us, we just accepting certain things, man. Yeah, we're going to keep going on here this live. Y'all can share this if y'all feel it. As long as y'all here getting this energy, I'm going to keep giving this energy. Listen, man, some of us, we just accepting stuff. You just accepting stuff as if it's true, as if it's you. You're accepting labels. You're accepting how people treat you. You're accepting opinions. You're accepting how you feel. I refuse to accept something that I know ain't my truth. I refuse to accept feelings that aren't my facts. I refuse to accept lies that aren't my truth. And some of us, we just accept it. And we believe it, and then we become it, and then we live as a person that we weren't meant to live as. We live as a person that pain convinced us to live as, that people convinced us to live as, that situations convinced us to live as circumstances convinced us to live as, and we live as that person. Some of you are living as a person that isn't you. You're being a person that isn't you, and you wonder why you don't feel alive. You wonder why something is missing, because you ain't being who you are. You've been who they wanted you to be. You've been who circumstances forced you to be. And it changes. Stop accepting things. If it's less than your worth, stop accepting it. If it ain't your truth, stop accepting it. If it don't lead to a better life, stop accepting it. Stop accepting it from other people and stop accepting it from yourself. I'm in my head all the time. My head tells me I'm not enough all the time, y'all. So I'm not exempt from this conversation. Millions of followers, and I still feel like I'm not enough at times. So I get you. But I don't accept it. When my mind started to say, Trent, you're not enough. Trent, people don't care about you no more. Trent, you know, my mind like gets into that. You know what I tell myself? Shut the hell up. That's my cue. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. We ain't believing that nonsense. You know you worth it. If I need proof, I'll go find proof in my life. Some of y'all know this. When I'm feeling like I'm not enough, you know what I do? I press live. How can I feel like I'm not enough with you guys blowing up this chat, giving me appreciation and love? There's no way that I can feel like that anymore. So I come on live. I don't just accept it. And some of us, we've been just accepting things on our life for the last 5 decades. It stops now, man. It stops now. We're not waiting until 2024. Stop accepting what ain't true. Stop accepting what isn't real. You forgot who you are. Stop accepting it. Those suicidal thoughts, don't accept it. Those depressed thoughts, don't accept it. And I know it's hard, man. I hope that y'all get me on this. I'm not saying that it's easy, y'all. I know it's hard, man, when trying to turn this off. But you got to have a process to ask yourself, is this true? Is this real? No, I know who I am. Shut the hell up. I know who I am. I know I'm worth it. I know I'm that person. Right? I know there's more for my life. I know I will overcome. I know I'm going to break through. I know shut the hell up. And I know those some harsh words, but I need those words to trigger something in my life to get me back on the right track. All right? No more lazy. No more lukewarm. No more less. No more lazy. Write this in the chat. No more lukewarm. No more less. No more lazy. No more lukewarm. No more less. No more lazy. No more lukewarm. No more less. No more lazy. No more lukewarm.